I don't like driving, but I drive a lot because I live in Los Angeles. And yes, I spend way too much time in my car stuck in traffic. This is rush hour in the morning, and this is rush hour at night, and here's a traffic jam at 2 a.m. on a Sunday. Yep, that's LA. When my friend Caitlin invited me to visit her in Istanbul, Turkey, I was super excited for the chance to visit a new country, but I was also happy to leave my car behind. Trying to figure out public transit in a country where you don't speak the language can be tricky. Luckily, I had a couple friends in Turkey who gave me tips and explained the basics of how to get around the city.
I'm a teacher in Istanbul, Turkey. I have a teacher's card. I actually don't know if I didn't have my teacher's card. I don't know. I probably buy something called an akbil. It looks kind of like a little key, silver key that you twist into the turnstile to get through. You just keep adding money onto it.
When she didn't have to teach, Caitlin took me around her neighborhood. She also showed me the bus and metro lines so I could check out the main tourist sites on my own. There were two types of public transit that I had never heard of before, the dolmuş and the vernacular, so she explained how to use them.
Dolmuş would be, it means kind of like to fill up something, so it's a lot cheaper than a taxi, and you get into it and you might be like just one person inside the dolmuş and you have to wait until it's all filled up and then it moves. Funicular is also used in French, so I believe the word in Turkish is taken from French, and it's a type of transportation that helps you to avoid going up and down a big hill. So it have one stop at the top of the hill, one stop at the bottom of the hill. Because I didn't know about that funicular, I would constantly walk up that hill, killing myself walking up the stairs.
You'd think with so many transit options there'd be less traffic, but Erkan, Caitlin's husband, pointed out that just like in LA, rush hour totally sucks.
Most of the time we have big traffic crowd, so it's not easy to move in other parts. Even maybe you can take by walking 10 minutes. Sometimes it takes one hour, maybe 2 hours. Yeah, metro is better sometimes, but we don't have all the directions, all kinds of metro, so we cannot move the place that we want with the metro, so we have to use taxi or our car.
Or you could ride your bike? Well, no. I only spent 2 weeks in Turkey, but I can't remember seeing a single bicycle the entire time I was there.
I love cycling, and I do a lot of cycling in Belgium, and it is something that I wish we could do here more, but the traffic is so intense, and Turkish people do drive a bit crazily, so I think it's an idea that could be developed further in Istanbul, and hopefully one day they'll start using bicycles more. But I've seen very few people cycling here. My favorite is taking the ferry boat from the European side to the Asian side, and at first it used to surprise me quite a lot because people don't realize what an amazing thing it is to take the boat to go to work, but they take the boat like they would take the tram or the bus, and it's only 10 minutes from one side to the other. I do know that to try and reduce traffic and gridlock in the city, they're currently building a railway underneath the sea from the European side to the Asian side. It's going to be called Marmaray, and I think it's going to open in 2014 or 2015, so we'll see how that goes. It's going to be pretty intense to be able to take a train below the Bosphorus to go from one continent to the other.
I'm glad I came to Turkey at a time when you can get around Istanbul pretty easily if you're a tourist. My friend Claire tells me that it wasn't always that simple.
Years ago, the buses were old, there's no air conditioning, there's hardly any metro lines. Today, if I go to Istanbul, sometimes I prefer to take the public transportation because I know it's going to be fast, there are going to be lots of trains or buses, they're going to come on time, they're in great condition, they're brand new, and so that's a massive difference.
I really want my friends to visit me in Los Angeles, but I also selfishly don't want to be responsible for driving them everywhere. There are lots of people in LA, including myself, who want more transit options, but it's going to take several years before we see a lot of improvement. So until then, let's plan on me visiting you.